This program brought to you by New Cadbury Breakaway, Ford, L'Oreal and the Yellow Pages.
Can this human resource assistant from Grovedale, Victoria, or this accountant from Altona Green in Victoria stop our carryover champ from winning all the prizes, including the Alfa Romeo Spider, valued at $157,442? Tonight on Australia's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a tantalising pearl and opal necklace, a $5,000 billiard table with accessories, the spectacular Alfa Romeo Spider, and a cash jackpot of $182,000. All on the world's richest quiz, Sale of the Century. And now it's good evening to Glenn Ridge.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you. Hi and welcome to Sale. Great to be with you on this Thursday night. A very exciting night for our carryover champion who's going for the Alfa Romeo Spider and all the prizes. More on that shortly, but please give a very warm welcome to Nikki Buckley. Hi, Nico.
I'm very good. Hi.
Good. Now, a couple of things. One, it's obviously a very exciting night for our champ, but for all cricket fans, we have, I think, one of the most exciting batsmen ever to grace the pitches in Australia with us tonight too.
Having a sneak chat out the back.
Yes, so we'll be having a chat to Dean Jones joining us too. Yeah. But our carryover champ is in the spotlight at the moment. Let's reintroduce him, Nick.
Okay, this is our carryover champion, Andrew Yeend from Balcombe Hills in Sydney. Can Andrew become our second sale champion for 1999? He's risking prizes valued at $85,942.
Andrew, nice to have you with us again. It's adding up, isn't it?
It is indeed, Glenn.
Certainly is. Now, the Alpha may be tonight, the cash jackpot tomorrow night. Have you thought much about it?
Oh, I shudder.
Oh, I don't know. Pretty cool in your own sort of way there. Now, we mentioned earlier Ben Wong, who was our only champ we've had this year. And we'd love to have another one, Andrew. So good luck tonight. Hope it goes very well for you. We do have two new challenges for you, though. Who are they, Nick?
We do. Our first challenger tonight is a human resource assistant who is passionate about theatre, despite the fact she doesn't sing, dance or act. She also enjoys playing tennis and would love to be a professional lottery winner. Who wouldn't? From Grovedale in Victoria, we welcome Deborah Ballard.
Hello, Deborah.
Our second challenger insists he is not your stereotypical accountant. His hobbies include amateur theatre and listening to music, and his ambition is to break 100 at golf. From Altona Green in Victoria, please welcome Greg Stowe.
Hello, Greg. Nice to have you too. And
good to be here.
On that golf score too, somehow. In fact, good luck to all of our players. $20 starting money, and we'll see you in the gift shop.
We will. Good luck, everyone.
We'll look forward to it. Andrew, as Nikki said, it's added up, nearly $86,000 worth of cash. Sorry, in prizes. That's what you've risked tonight to be back with us. So everyone's level on 20. Let's go for it. First question. Involving a lot of unwrapping is the game popular at children's parties called Deborah?
Parcel.
Pass the what? Pass the parcel, correct. Thousands of years old is which type of footwear consisting of a sole's, Greg?
Sandal.
That's correct. Secured to the foot by straps over the instep, toes or ankle. The Evening Star is the sequel to which Oscar-winning Deborah?
On Golden Pond.
No, Oscar-winning 1983 film starring Shirley MacLaine, Deborah Winger and Jack Nicholson, Terms of Endearment. Here's a visual question. Pictured here is which man-made wonder? Andrew?
Great Wall of China.
Correct. Champs off the mark. Beginning with Z is what term for the thinner outer skin of citrus fruits? Deborah?
Zest.
Yes, everyone's tied together on $25. An example of which force of attraction between all particles is the falling of bodies to the ground? Greg?
Gravity.
That's correct, Greg. So you're in the lead. You're on $30. You're 5 ahead of Deborah and Andrew. You're a bit of a cricketer, are you?
I am, yeah.
Well, you're going to love this gift shop. Here's Nikki.
Well, Greg, you may not yet be a cricketing legend like Dean Jones here, but you're sure to become a hit with this great range of sporting equipment. With a complete cricket package, including the unique bubble cricket bat, pads, gloves, shoes, pants and sports bag, plus you'll receive an Aussie Rules football, a hockey stick and a netball. Normally $1,000, but tonight only $6 from Kookaburra Sport and Sale of the Century.
Nice to have Dean Jones with us too. How are you, Dean?
Good, thank you, yeah.
Now, you've been a big fan of Kookaburra, haven't you, for many years?
That's right, I've been with them for about 13 years now, so I think they're the best stuff in the world.
Now, you've also been compared yourself as a batsman, very, very exciting, with the great man, Donald Bradman.
Well, in a way, it's 52 tests we both played, and we both made a duck in our last innings, so that's the only comparison I've got, actually.
Oh, quite the contrary. And what about yourself now? Playing any district cricket or anything, or just got right out of it?
You've done really well. This is the first time I've been in my whites for 15 months.
Really?
So just to come out of retirement for you guys. So there
Oh,
you go.
lucky.
wonderful. Good to have you with us, Dean, and well done with your cricket career too, and also your association with Kookaburra. You've flown the flag extremely well for them for many years, haven't you?
Thanks very much. Yeah, it's been good.
Greg, what about you as a cricketer?
Oh,
Do you play cricket?
I do.
Yes. What batsman, bowler?
Bowler mainly, yeah.
Best innings?
7 for 19.
Oh, that's not bad, is it?
Pretty impressive.
Would you like to buy? Here's $6. Going once. $5, one question. Going twice. Going 3 times.
Yes.
Oh, he's bought for $5. Well done, Greg. And thanks for coming in, Dean, too.
Fabulous. Thanks
Good to
very
see you
much.
again,
Okay,
too.
good. Thanks, Nick.
All right, back to the game, and we have a tied game. Greg and Deborah and Andrew all on $25. Born in 1954 as Declan Patrick McManus, was rock singer, guitarist and songwriter Elvis who? Greg?
Costello.
Yes. Which abnormality of the eye is also a waterfall of considerable size? Greg?
Cataract.
Correct. To forgive and forget is to let bygones be. Andrew?
Bygones.
Correct. First of our fame games for tonight, $10 being placed behind one of our famous faces, so who am I? Born in Kentucky in 1809 and dying in 1865, I was largely self-educated and qualified as a lawyer before serving 8 years in the Illinois legislature. Andrew?
Abraham Lincoln.
I am Abraham Lincoln, that's correct. Good answer from the champ there, nicknamed the Rail Splitter. Well done, Andrew, because the pressure's on. You're trailing at the moment by $30. By $5. You're on $30, but $10 has been placed behind one of our famous faces, who tonight are...
TV's funniest fat guy, Drew Carey.
Drew Carey Show.
Kim Watkins.
Money.
John Burgess.
Catchphrase.
Liz Hayes.
60 Minutes.
Andy Hart.
Andy comes from Woodvale in Western Australia and likes jumping on the trampoline and also swimming. What a great kid. Nice to have you with us, Andy.
Susie Wilkes.
Our house and changing rooms.
Ray Martin.
Our century.
Brooke Shields.
Suddenly Susan.
And Peter Sterling.
Sterlo from the footy show in Sydney. So, Andrew, which of those famous faces would you like?
Well, I'd be in trouble again, Glenn, if I didn't say Ray Martin.
From our century, good luck. Here's Ray.
Andrew, get into the groove with this gym and dancewear comprising tights, bikini, shorts and more. It's valued at $450 from Cremonini Gym and Dancewear.
Andrew, a nice prize. I can see you in that too.
Hey,
Yep,
what a
for
sight.
sure. Well, Andrew, you're on $30. And I should mention that all of our home viewers who appear on the Fame Game board will receive an 18-carat gold-plated stick pin from Germani Jewellery, and you can test your skills at home and your knowledge with the Sale of the Century board game from Crown and Andrews. This one's heading off to Andy Hart in Woodvale, Western Australia. And we'll be back shortly with round 2. Back to round 2 on the sale. At the moment, the champ is trailing, and it's the first time for 6 nights too, although it's a close game. Greg in the lead on 35, Andrew on 30, and Deborah on 25. So 2 questions separating all 3 players. Here we go with the second round. What do we call the land between opposing lines of trenches in a war? Andrew?
No man's land.
Correct. We have a tied game. Against which team did Tony Lockett score his record-breaking... Greg?
Collingwood.
That's correct. 1300th goal. $15 has been added to the Fame Game board, so who am I? Born in the late 1960s and raised in Melbourne, I studied acting and dance and also modelled for art students while at college. 3 months before gaining my Bachelor of Education degree, I dropped out and decided to make acting my career and was twice rejected by NIDA. After appearing in a number of stage roles, I gained parts in the films Cosy, Me, Myself and I, and Children of the Revolution. Although it was Muriel's wedding that brought... Deborah?
Tony Collette.
No, that brought me to wider audiences. Once demonstrating topless, Greg?
Rachel Griffiths.
I'm Rachel Griffith, that's correct. Appeared in the British films Jude, Divorcing Jack, and more recently Among Giants. Well answered, Greg. You're in the lead by 1 question. We have $10 and $15 on the board somewhere. Who would you like?
Well, since I'm an accountant, I think I'll go for Kim Watkins for money.
Good luck. Here's Kim.
Greg, you'll be able to make haste with your waste using this Commander Food Waste Disposal Unit. With installation, it's valued at $683 from Commander by J.D. McDonald.
So there you go, Greg. You can make haste with your waste there. A nice prize. Greg on 40, Andrew on 35, and Deborah on 25. Back to the questions. A state-level tax to be abolished on July 1, 2001, the FID... Greg?
Financial institutions duty.
That's correct. The FID is literally the what duty? Which herbivorous mammal of South Asia and Australian coastal waters belongs... Andrew?
Buffalo.
Sorry?
Buffalo.
Oh, no, sorry, my apologies. Didn't quite hear there, Andrew. Belongs to the same order as the manatee. We need a dugong or sea cow. Fast money with the scores now. Greg in the lead on 45, Andrew on 30, Deborah on 25. 30 seconds up on the clock and your time starts now. Which creature represents the zodiac sign Cancer? Greg.
Crab.
Yes, approximately 2.47 acres equals 1 what? Andrew.
Hectare.
Correct. Henry VII was the first king of which English royal house? Andrew.
Tudor.
Correct. A writer's greatest literary work is called their magnum
Opus.
Correct. India and Pakistan are fighting over which disputed? Deborah.
No idea.
Kashmir. Beginning with C is which official language of Andorra? Catalan. Proverbially, no man can serve two what? Andrew.
Masters.
That's right. And just on the buzzer there, Andrew, you've levelled the game. Yourself and Greg both on $50. So, gentlemen, first person with a buzzer when Nikki says the low price can buy here.
Guys, transform your nightly environment and sleep like royalty with this hand-woven pure silk bed linen. Classically tailored, the queen-size collection includes a quilt cover, fitted sheet, valance, plus European pillowcases. Now, the Bel Air linen is hand-woven in Australia and comes with additional bed cushions, providing you with a total feeling of luxury from head to toe. Usually $1,585, but tonight it's just $9 from Australian Heritage Linen and Sale of the Century. It's lovely.
Very nice. Now, Andrew and Greg, I realise it's a very big night here. We'll start off at $9. Anyone interested in $9 to buy the linen? $9, going once. Bring it down to $8, going twice. Very determined
Greg's
to win
got his
somehow.
hands nowhere near the buzzer.
$7, last offer. 3 times, no sale. No sale. All right, we still have a tied game. Andrew and Greg both on 50 and Deborah on 20. And today is the 8th of July, and our viewers' question for tonight. On this day in 1889, the last bare-knuckle world heavyweight boxing match took place. Now, how long did it last? We'll tell you after this break. Welcome back to Sale. Our viewers' question tonight. On this day in 1889, the last bare-knuckle world heavyweight boxing match took place. How long did it last for? Would you believe it went for 75 rounds? An amazing feat. All right, now it's a big night here on Sale. We have a tie game. Greg on 50 and Andrew, our carryover champ, on 50. Keeping in mind that if Andrew wins tonight with the Alfa Romeo Spider and all the prizes out the back, over $152,000 worth. So there's a lot at stake here. And Deborah, you're on 20 and we've still got half the show to go. So here we go to the questions. The Champagne Stakes, the Portland Handicap and the St Ledger are all run at which English racecourse? Andrew.
Aintree.
Beginning with D, unfortunately, Doncaster. Opposition to the communist regime in which European country in 1956 was suppressed? Andrew.
Hungary.
That's correct. Suppressed by Soviet military force. First published in 1667 was the epic poem by John Milton called What Lost? Andrew.
Paradise.
Paradise Lost is correct. And you're in the lead, Andrew. You're on $55. Now, this is a big ask, I'm sure. You're on 55. Greg's on 50. Deborah's on 20. It'll cost you $15 to play, but you could pick up $5,000 cash. You know how it all happens. Here's the prize. Sorry, here's the money. Here's the prize.
Yes, Andrew. Now, let's face it, who wants to make extra work for themselves in the kitchen? Well, this intelligently designed range of kitchen appliances are destined to serve. To get you off to a good start, there's a benchtop dishwasher, a food processor and an espresso coffee maker, plus you'll clean up with the top-of-the-range vacuum cleaner and a rechargeable vacuum, complete with accessories. Valued at $2,564 from Electrolux and Sale of the Century.
Fabulous prize. Fabulous $5,000, Andrew.
I got one of those.
Have you? You've got one. But you can never have too many lots of $5,000, Andrew. It's up to you. If you want to play, push your buzzer. One can understand if you didn't.
I'll give it a miss tonight.
Give it a miss?
Yeah.
All right. No, as I say, we can understand that. Only in the lead by $5. So, if you did decide to pick, hypothetically, Andrew,
hearts.
you would have gone for the hearts machine.
All righty,
Would
let's
the
have a
money have
look.
been on the hearts machine tonight, Nikki? It would have been the prize, a fabulous prize. But where was the money?
Diamonds tonight, Glenn.
Oh, the diamonds. Diamonds is a girl's best friend. So there's the $5,000. Nothing changing here. Still only one question separating Andrew and Greg. Back to the questions. From the Latin for fire comes what term beginning with I for rock formed by the cooling? Greg.
Igneous.
That's correct, by the cooling and solidification of magma. Tied game again. Also meaning a jot or a very small quantity is which letter of the Greek Greg.
Iota.
That's correct. To the Greek alphabet, the equivalent to the English letter I. Greg in the lead by one question, as we have the last of our fame games for tonight. $25 in the wild card being added to the board. So who am I? Born in the Greek settlement of Syracuse on Sicily in the 3rd century BC, I'm thought to have spent time in Egypt studying with followers of Euclid. A mechanical engineer and the most original mathematician of ancient times, I invented the compound pulley, as well as a device to raise water and numerous war machines to protect Syracuse from Roman attack. Discovering that everything solid has a centre of gravity, I also developed formulae for the surface and volume of a sphere, and proved the law of the lever. Making more precise estimates of the volume of pi, Greg.
Pythagoras.
No. One day I was in my bath when a solution to a problem came to me, and I ran into the street shouting, Eureka! And I am who, beginning with A? Archimedes was the answer we needed there. Consequently, no one having a chance to pick from the fame game ball. Where was all the money, Nikki?
The wild card was with Drew Carey. Peter Sterling had the $10, Andy Hart had the $15, and Liz Hayes had the $25.
Can't ask for a fair game. No one getting helped by the money there. And Greg in the lead on 60. Andrew, a carryover champ, on 55, and Deborah on 20. Keeping in mind, Andrew is playing for the Alfa Romeo Spider and all the prizes. And all that's remaining is the Mad Minute after this break. The Mad Minute has been a close game all the way through. A lot of tension here. Greg in the lead on 60, Andrew on 55, Deborah on 20. So good luck to all of our players. For the game, we're putting 60 seconds up on the clock, and your time starts now. What nationality is soccer legend Pelé? Andrew.
Argentinian.
Brazilian. A large American-based retail chain is Toys R Us. Deborah.
Us.
Yes. Which stage play has had the world's longest continuous? Deborah.
The Mousetrap.
Yes. What is the first letter of the word psoriasis? Greg.
C.
P. Which mountain system takes its name from Sanskrit for House of Snow? Andrew.
Himalayas.
Correct. Which Scandinavian country is home to the world's oldest central bank? Sweden. What is usually kept in a Jeroboam? Andrew.
Liquid.
Stop the clock. Stop the clock. LA. More information.
Alcohol.
We'll take that, yes. And we have 28 seconds remaining. Still a very close game. Andrew on 60, Greg on 55, and Deborah on 30, as we'll restart the clock now. On which date is All Saints' Day? Greg.
The 1st of November.
Yes, Australian author Colin Teeley wrote the novel Storm what? Andrew.
Boy.
Yes, the young of which bird is called a cygnet? Greg.
Swan.
Yes, in 10-pin bowling, how many balls are bowled to Andrew?
10.
2. Haile Selassie was emperor of which country? Andrew.
Ethiopia.
Yes, with which town beginning with T do we most associate Wyatt Earp? Greg.
Tombstone.
Yes, the caretaker Prime Minister following Harold Holt's death was Blackjack who? Andrew.
McEwen.
McEwen is correct, and we have a tied game. Greg and Andrew both on 70. So, unfortunately, Deborah, you're out of this. Gentlemen, a correct answer will win the game for you. An incorrect answer will win it for your opponents. Who am I? Born into a lower middle-class family in 1912, I was educated at a Catholic institution and later worked as a sales assistant to a photographer. Becoming the mistress of one of my employer's clients, I lived in a house he provided until 1936, when I moved into his chalet in the mountains. An accomplished sportswoman who was never permitted to be seen in public with my partner, I was totally devoted to him and had no influence whatsoever over his political or wartime strategic policies. Andrew.
Eva Braun.
I am Eva Braun. The champ has come through. And if that's not nail-biting, there you go. And Andrew, picking up on one of the questions in the Fast Money there, in 10-pin bowling, how many balls are bowled to score a spare? That was why we needed 10 there, but well played under pressure.
Well done, Andrew. Now, Greg, you picked up tonight the sporting goods and the food disposal unit. You played a great game. Well done.
Nice having you with us, Greg. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah. And Deborah, sorry, no prizes tonight. I hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you.
But we do have some things for you, Deborah. Here's Peter with gifts for both yourself and Greg.
Deborah and Greg can relive the quiz again and again, Glenn, with the latest Sale of the Century board game from Crown and Andrews. Plus, they'll receive our 18-carat gold-plated pen from Shimani Jewellery and Sale of the Century.
Congratulations, Andrew. Very exciting game there. You came through with the answer, Eva Braun.
That was a tight one.
Well, you came through, and that's what counts. So let's go shopping. Come on through. We'll have a look at a couple of things here because, you know, the Mini Minor, you won't need to get in it ever again. The Alfa Romeo Spider is all yours. We'll have a look at it shortly. You have picked up some fantastic prizes. We're going to have a look at a couple of them now.
Boasting artistry which only nature could create, this opal and pearl necklace is sure to steal the show. With perfect tones from a string of 66 round lustrous pearls, plus a handcrafted yellow gold enhancer, and the highlight of the piece, a deep cabochon dark opal, magnificently surrounded by a cast of dazzling diamonds. Valued at $20,000 from Germani Jewellery.
Beautiful jewellery there from Germani Jewellery. Now that's one of the prizes you've won. Another one you've picked up tonight is the fabulous Alfa Romeo Spider.
When the spider bites, there is no known antidote. Boasting the most agile and seductive form of all, the Spider will empower you with genuine sporting finesse, with a racetrack-bred engine and an adrenaline-charged pounce that leaves its competitors gasping. Every ride in the Spider is a sensory feast. Thrilled to the throaty growl of its engine. Marvel at a body so sublime that none could possibly forget it. Along with a leather-lined cockpit, it's valued at $69,500 plus on-road costs. Alfa Romeo, the heart and soul of sports cars.
It's fabulous. Alfa Romeo Spider. A lot of fun. It's a sports car, high performance. Everything you ever want out of a car, you've got it with the Alfa Romeo Spider. Now, our cash jackpot tonight. Have a look up here, Andrew.
Tonight's sale of the Century cash jackpot is $182,000.
Tomorrow night, that is going to be $184,000. All right? Now, also, if you decide to come back and play with us tomorrow night, you will be risking $157,442 worth of prizes. Okay? But at the end of it, all of those prizes and all of that money. Here's 10 seconds to think about it. A lot of pressure on tonight. Very cool
close
and
one.
calm. It was.
As I've come this far, so we'll have one more go.
Coming back to do it again tomorrow night. Wonderful. So Andrew, our carryover champ, is going to join us again tomorrow night. He's risking the Alfa Romeo Spider and all the prizes to be back with us again. So I'm sure you'll join us to wish him well. Sleep tight tonight, and we look forward to your company at the same time tomorrow night. So until then, take care.
Good night.
Bye-bye.